In this quick tutorial I'm going to show you how to enhance the eyes of a model or any subject that you've photographed. We're going to darken the pupil, enhance the iris and darken the limbal ring, and then I'll do my own version of dodge and burn to bring out her makeup on the eyebrows and around the eyes. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to zoom in a little bit and we're going to hit the levels, which is on this panel on the right hand side, and what this does creates a mask over the actual background image, and we're going to change this to 220. What that does is that brightens the image because it's basically a levels adjustment, so we've just boosted the brightness of the image. And what we need to do is we need to hide this fact, so we do that by pressing Control and I, and what that does is that hides what we just did until you paint over it and reveal it. So what we need to do is we need to select our paint tool, which is this here, and we need to make sure that white is on top and black is on the bottom. And a good rule of thumb to remember in this is white reveals, black conceals. So basically if you swap them round you can technically erase any mistake you've just made. So white reveals, black conceals. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to enhance our iris, and we're just going to basically make sure our opacity is 100%, and we're just going to paint over the eye, just like so. Just give it like that, and then we go to the other one and do exactly the same thing. Like so. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to go to our levels, hit our levels, it creates a mask, and this time we're going to select darks because obviously we want to darken the pupil. So we're going to make this 25, and again what that does is that darkens the image because it's created a mask. We can hide this, so we press Control and I, and that will hide that. And then again with our paintbrush selected, white on top, black on the bottom, white reveals, black conceals, we're just going to click twice. That's all you need to do, 1, 2, and we darken that pupil. And we're going to go to the next one and just exactly the same thing, 1, 2, 2 clicks, and that one's done as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to darken this ring around the eye. What that will make with the eye pop a little bit. If you overdo it though, it doesn't look good. So what we're going to do is we're going to reduce the size of our brush by pressing the bracket keys, and that will make your brush size smaller just so that it's enough to paint over this ring. And again we add a levels and we make it 25 again, hit enter. Again it's made the image dark, it's got a mask that's white, white reveals, black conceals, so we want to conceal it, so we press Control I, and that's concealed it. And then white and black selected over here, we want to select white obviously, so I'm just showing you that, and white reveals, black conceals, and we got our paintbrush. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to paint over the limbal ring just like that, nice and easy like so. And then we go to the other side and do exactly the same thing just like so. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to change my opacity to 75% just to lessen it off a little bit so that it's not so pronounced. And then if we zoom out, you might not be able to see too much. What we're going to do next is the makeup. And again, what we're going to do here, we're going to hit a levels, we're going to make this 20. It's all personal choice by the way. That's revealed, so what we need to do is we need to invert it, Control I to hide this, and then we're going to pump up a brush size using the bracket key so that it's about just a little bit less than her eyebrow, and white selected, black on the bottom, paintbrush, and we're going to make this opacity about 50% this time, because we don't want to really cook it. And all we're going to do is we're going to paint over these parts and her eyes here. So let's do that. So we just paint over just like so. So it's not a dramatic difference. And then we just paint over the eyes. And just like so. Just go around it one more time. And the same on the other eye. Just darken that up. So it's got a little bit more contrast. And because we're only doing 50%, it's not overdoing it. And then if we zoom out, that's basically our completed image. I might actually just change her irises. I might drop that down to about 75%, just so that it's not overdoing it. You can see the difference there. It's just a little bit brighter. And what we'll do is we select all four, and there's a folder here. We'll drop them into that folder, and what that enables us to do is to look at a before and after with all those effects added. And we just turn them off and on, off and on, and you can just see how we've changed. Her eyebrows are just a slight bit darker, the makeup is just a little bit darker, her iris is lighter, and her pupils are darker. And that's it.